Hundreds of people have been left in limbo with their houses unfinished after the collapse of yet another building company. Queensland builder Oracle Homes has gone into liquidation, with creditors seeking in the vicinity of $14 million.
It's the latest victim of a construction industry crisis driven by labour shortages, supply chain disruptions and skyrocketing material costs, with builders collapsing or being pushed to the brink right across the country. Well, the Chief Executive of Master Builders Queensland, Paul Bidwell, joins us now from Brisbane. Paul, what's the message to these people whose homes have gone unfinished, who are looking down the barrel of a lot of lost money?
Good morning, Lisa. In Queensland and New South Wales, where Oracle were trading, and other states as well, there's a statutory home warranty insurance scheme. So consumers' interests are protected. And in Queensland, I'd say that I'm quite confident that there will be some pain, but ultimately their houses will be built. That is the whole point of having the home warranty insurance scheme. But that doesn't mean there's going to be any fun for those homeowners during that process. But ultimately, they do have a very secure safety net.
They're not feeling that way at the moment. They've already had delays. They were having emails not returned. The building industry itself is so completely stretched, as we've seen, with these collapses happening in different states. So, to be honest, Paul, I'm a bit surprised at your confidence that everything's going to be okay for those people.
Well, ultimately it will be, because that's what the home warranty insurance scheme is there for, Lisa. But I'm not trying to downplay the pain that those people have been going through, and the continued pain in order to get that finished. So it will take longer. The additional costs will be covered, or should be covered, by the home warranty insurance. But going back to your point about the builders across the country being stretched, that's been going on now for more than 12 months. And really no one predicted that we would just have these ongoing issues. I mean, who could have predicted the Ukraine war, which had of itself a significant impact on the cost increases with the major supply of engineered wood coming from that part of the world?
Paul Bidwell, give us an idea of just how bad the situation is right now for builders, given it's been going on for 12 months.
Well, they sign a fixed price contract, so they agreed to deliver the new home at a price and at a time. And they agree on a price that they think is going to cover their cost and give them a margin, but that is competitive. I mean, it's a very competitive market. There are lots of builders doing lots of marketing, and so consumers can really shop around and get a price they want and a product they want. But once that contract is signed, then the builder's on the hook, the homeowner's on the hook. The bank have said, yes, we're going to finance it. And the assumption is that the builder will be able to build it at that price and in that time with no problem. And they build in a margin just in case, or contingency in case something happens. But what we've seen over the last 18 months post-COVID is a whole lot of issues that were really not capable of being contemplated in trying to work out what it's going to cost and how long it's going to take. So the massive increase in costs because of the shipping costs around the globe, the availability of timber, the availability of trade, because we had across the eastern seaboard there were a number of hailstorms that impacted significantly on roofing. So there are many things that have happened sort of completely out of the blue, completely builders weren't capable or able to take those into account in working out what how these jobs would be built.
Well, how many more are going to go under? What's going to happen? What does the future hold?
Well, in Queensland, we know there are 70,000 licensed contractors, and I'm not trying to downplay the impact, but relatively speaking, there haven't been that many insolvencies. To be honest, we thought there would be more. I mean, a lot of builders have been talking about how tough it is, and we thought there might have been more than we've seen, and I'm very pleasantly surprised at that. There will be others for sure. and but we really don't have a sense about how many, what the numbers will look like. It's almost a wait and see, but we do seem to get some sort of advance warning in that subbies who aren't being paid will make a complaint to the regulator in Queensland. That's the Queensland Building and Construction Commission, and there'll be a similar regulator in New South Wales where the trades can go. But it really is a wait and see. But we're not. There is some sense that the prices have hit the maximum, but we don't expect that. We still think we're going to have problems right through this year and perhaps into 2023.
Paul Bidwell, that is not good news, but you did bring us some lovely early morning Brisbane bird songs, so we'll give you a pass on that. Hey, Paul, thanks for joining us this morning.
Happy to be.